Hello and welcome to Acts of Wellness, a Swisse Wellness podcast. You've reached your host, Flex Mummy, your unofficial couples therapist. And what I lack in qualifications, I make up for in opinions, and I've got lots of them. So let's get into it. Welcome back, lovers, to the grand finale of Acts of Wellness Season 1. And for this extra special, extra spicy episode, we're sitting down with Australia's hottest duo to find out how their relationship really works. We'll hear the juicy stories that you won't find on their Instagram as we delve into how they hype each other up and bring each other right back down to earth again. For our first timers, you're going to want to know about Acts of Wellness, aka the 6th new love language that means to love someone in ways that support their health and well-being. Whether you're binging every episode of It's a Lot podcast or vibing to viral hit Dancing 2, sit down and strap in because today we're joined by power couple and ultimate relationship goals, the musical powerhouse behind Peking Duk and Keli Holiday, Adam Hyde, and podcaster, radio and TV host Abbie Chatfield. Come on, it feels good to feel good.
Hello.
Imagine that every time you walked into a room. Everyone's like, CV first, CV first.
Yeah, that was a hell of an intro.
It's great.
We are kind of having a reunion. I think between the three of us, there might be 30 years.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in forever.
I mean,
It's a real joy to see you.
It's
to be
cool,
honest.
right?
Yeah.
You've been peaceful somewhere. I'm like,
You're
I feel like
carrying-
you've really chosen peace down in Tasmania.
thank you.
You seem
Great.
to carry an air of tranquility.
Yeah.
It took my whole life, and I was like, I think that I need to go there. It's like in the naughty corner, but self-initiated.
Yeah, that's
I just
good.
need to go calm down over there, and I'll pop back in. And then you'd be like, oh, was that good? I'd be like, yeah, that was good. Thank you. I think I just needed a break. All right, so tell me, what's something strange, spooky, smart, silly that's changing your life right now? For example, going back to who I was when I was a child, whoever that version is, and trying to figure out what they did for fun, like what they knew about my joy and doing that exact same thing.
Yeah.
I don't need information from the future. I need to know what she knew.
Yeah.
We would have been such hectic kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
bold,
the three of
so
us would have been-
brave. Like,
No,
We
I
could have
wasn't.
started an army.
you probably didn't see it in the way I was technically a shy kid. I'm like, I'm like too shy to speak.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't, I'm nervous. I don't have the words. But inside,
Yeah, probably.
I knew I was a
Hurricane.
baddie.
Waiting to crack
like,
open.
you're gonna say-
Yeah.
Little baby Flex just going, yes, you
There's
way.
something
knew
going
some
on
stuff.
with
I was
me.
like,
But yeah, what cosmic...
what's changing your life right now? Anything.
Lately, I've really been leaning into doing exactly what I want to do, but more importantly, how I want to do it in my own mind, as opposed to being influenced by decisions or ideas from others. You know, in the industry that I'm in for so long, I always just felt like I was in the passenger seat. I'd be writing the music, I'd be playing the shows, I'd be meeting amazing people, but I would always feel that it was due to other beings that I was in the position that I was in. And it does take an army and a village and all of that. But also the reason why I am where I am is because of what's in here. And if I weren't to lean into that, I'd just be selling my out, you know what I mean? And in the last 3 years, I've had a real shift in that, but more so even in the last 6 months, really of just going, what do I think of this? What's my perception of this idea that's being brought to me or coming to me or being presented to me? And if it's like, I don't like that, then I'm like, I'll just say no. Or if there's something to it, I'll think about it, and it's feeding into what is actually exciting, which sounds so basic, but we do it.
That to
more
me
than we
sounds
don't
like an
think.
advanced curriculum.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been
'Cause
hard.
how
It's
many
been a
times
process.
would anybody do that in a day? Just be like, hold on, let me just tell you what I think. And truly, not like, oh, I should say it that way because
Yeah.
so-and-so. Just like,
Even to
how does
people that I
land?
should be pleasing. Like if it's a meeting with someone that's, you know, fancy or something, it's like I'm 34 now, but I feel like I wasted a lot of my life by just kind of being in that passenger seat. And now I'm in a position where I'm really grateful to be here, literally to be alive. So it's like, if I have the opportunity or the privilege to be able to create and do that, it better be turning me on, you know.
Sure.
Otherwise, what am I doing? What's the point in any of that? And I think like that's a flame that I've found lately that's really like, oh, this is awesome. It's nice. It's good to wake up and kind of follow that flame. Yeah.
And it took time.
It took time. It took a long time.
I've been trying. I don't know if this counts, but
It all counts.
okay. I've done my first little community group thing.
Ooh.
Because since moving to Sydney, I mean, you would know, moving cities, you go to a new city and I have lots of individual friends and you go, love you, love you, love you. Like when you came to my housewarming a few years ago, there were like 40 people there that I had individual relationships with. And something that I've really missed since being in Sydney is having a regular friend group. What I've been doing, my podcast producer does with her friends cookbook club. They choose a cookbook because no one ever actually looks at cookbooks. You know what I mean? You have 100 in your house and you go, yeah, I'd love to make Asian feast. You know what I mean? And then you never think to do it. So she gave me the idea where every 6 weeks or so, I'm having people over to my house and we're choosing a cookbook and we all bring a dish from that cookbook and then bring a friend as well if we want. So to create a little community and a regular gathering. So I've only done one so far, but the next one should have like 11 people because I've got a lot of random people that I've met like on podcasts that I really liked that I'm like, I want to be your friend, but our schedules are weird or like, is it weird for us to go and have like a friendship date? You know what I mean? I guess it's not, but I'm also making more effort as well to when I meet people that I want to be friends with, making an effort to hang out with them because I get this anxiety about like, am I being
say that
forward?
again, making an effort to hang out with people that you want to be friends with. That,
Yeah.
I feel like everyone can run that back and be like, do that.
Yeah. And also
that.
telling people, I will just tell people I want to be a friend. Like I got interviewed by Daphne Berry. She has Airing Your Dirty Laundry a little while ago. And after the interview, I was like, can we please be friends and make an effort to hang out? Haven't seen her since, but she's coming to Cookbook
Daphne.
Club. But she's in the group chat, Cookbook Club. So it's people like that where it's like she lives an hour and a half away, really. Like she lives a little bit far away. She's got a schedule, I've got a schedule. But I'm trying to make consistent, regular catch-ups in the same group chat so people know they can come or they can't come. Because I think a lot of it as well is pressure on hanging out with one person one-on-one. You go, well, I'm so busy. But if you can have it a big group hang, you have the opportunity for new friends, more fulfilling conversations and learning a new skill with cooking. So I'm trying to get all those things together and have a regular community thing so that my friends can be my other friends because they're all great and they don't know each other. So I'm trying to do that. A little bit of
Beautiful. Yeah.
And it's beautiful to recognize that in order to arrive at this like destination of what you want, it's a series of small consequential steps, right? Like you have to send the first text and wait for them to respond and for that invitation to live in their world. And I think it's really cool for us to reflect on the journey of how life changes because every now and then you think you're plodding along, and then a huge curveball pops up where you're like, I think something's about to change in a big way. And you might assume it'd be like one big change, two big changes, three big changes, but only in hindsight can you truly recognize what the moment was. That was like, okay, here life comes, it's happening, we're gearing up. And so in retrospect, do you have a moment in your relationship where you're like, it might not be the first date. It might not be, when you hard launched. It might have been another moment where you're like, this is it. This was the moment that changed everything.
I think when I unmuted Adam from Instagram because true love, because for 3 years I'd had him muted because we had our first date, maybe 2 years I had you muted. It was in 2020.
2 years I was on mute.
You were on mute for a long time.
That's crazy.
Basically, we had our first date. I was obsessed with him, called mum the next morning, said, he's Michael Hutchence. I'm obsessed with him. And then I've told you this.
Yeah.
And
It's
mum's
just
like,
funny.
oh, he's
It just
bloody.
feels good.
Yeah, it feels dangerous.
No, I just think it's funny.
And knowing my mum now as well.
Knowing your mother now, it's just great.
I was like, he's so gorgeous. Anyway, he voice noted me that week being like, I've just gotten out of a relationship. I can't do this. I'm going, thanks for telling me. Genuinely, really appreciated it. Very, very kind, but heartbreaking. So then I muted him because he would upload all these really hot, cool stuff. Peking Duk as well, muted from Spotify. Wasn't Peking Duk because I kept getting it coming up on Australian playlists and I was going, I can't be
right now
of my big crush. So for the first few months we were together, we were on the phone every day before we were officially together. I think I unmuted you somewhere along there. I think it might have been after you said, I want to be a boyfriend. I think we were in a relationship and you were muted.
To me, that's the funniest thing. ever.
We were.
I was like, I want to be your boyfriend. And she's like, okay, goes in the bathroom. Amuse me.
One second.
Fine, I've gotten what I wanted. It doesn't
Gotta
hurt
update the
anymore.
files.
Because I was obsessed with him. Like
Yeah.
I just thought he was
I didn't
always
know
so
any of
lovely to
this,
me.
by
And you
the way.
wouldn't.
I didn't.
No, because
I
you were
didn't
a
at
woman's
all.
mind.
And then I would avoid him. And then I would avoid him. So he thought that I was some like ice queen.
Yeah, I thought there was some strange kind of reservation happening there that
Well,
I
there
couldn't quite
was.
understand. Yeah, there was. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Well, it was so much so that the first 3 months of our relationship, I actually thought that I was in a coma. I thought that I had hallucinated that Adam Hyde liked me.
It's so funny.
And
He's here like, I'm here if you want me to be here. And you're like, let me just,
yeah, I was like,
I got to be in my body for this one.
Yeah.
And also because I was renovating my apartment, so I was in different Airbnbs every couple of weeks.
You weren't grounded.
Yeah, so I had this weird, and he would come and stay with me in these Airbnbs, and it like wasn't my house, and you'd been to my apartment, but
Yeah.
I was going into a new apartment essentially because it all got fully gutted, and then I didn't have any real stability, and I had this puppy. I was just very like everything was weird,
Yeah.
and I'd just gotten out of an abusive relationship, so I was like healing from that,
Yeah.
and then had this new wonderful thing, and I thought maybe it's all a dream. I actually
Yeah.
thought, I told my therapist, I was like, I'm actually scared that I'm hallucinating my boyfriend because he's so lovely and you are so amazing. Like you're the most amazing partner.
Oh, come on now.
But we would have so much fun. We'd be up all night scream laughing. And then but then you wouldn't be around and I'd go, did I imagine that?
What was that?
Yeah.
But I think you're also getting a really beautiful exploration of the nature of your mind.
Yeah, it's hella
You
there.
know? Because like when there's chaos, you're like, this makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Because I know where it fits. I know where to put that. I've got the data. I can take it.
Yep.
But when you're interacting with calm, you're like, well, I've got to add more of the chaos
Yeah.
just so I can balance myself out.
Yes.
It's like you're used to kind of regulating amidst a lot of action. And so now it's like, oh no, you're being inter-regulated,
Yes.
co-regulated.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. But also it was very strange. I was kind of dissociating.
Oh,
For a
we're
while.
going further.
It was like, I don't know. At first it was like, I think he's pranking me. Because I have this thing where I think that people date me as a prank. And I've sincerely...
This is like a long-term thing?
Yeah.
Like as long as you've known yourself.
You know, even when you asked me to go to Bali with you, I thought you were pranking me. So about a month before we ended up kind of starting our journey of our relationship, Adam asked me to go to Bali with him for New Year's Eve. And I thought he was doing it out of sympathy or as a prank. Like I thought that I
Crazy,
thought
crazy,
that this
crazy.
32-year-old man
Crazy.
who was my friend of 2 years. Also,
Yeah.
we were friends when he was muted, by the way. We'd hang out. We'd go to dinner and I would have him muted. I'd see him at gym most days, you know. Like it isn't like I didn't see him. I was seeing him in real life, but I couldn't handle seeing him performing because I thought it was so hot that I would get like, So, but
I get what you're doing though. It's a sense of impulse control. It's why I live in
Yeah.
Tasmania.
Yes.
Because
Yeah, yeah.
it's like,
I gotta
and it's
remove
really
it.
exciting.
I'm like, yeah, I know. He would upload like sweaty photos of him. I don't know, and I would get all overwhelmed. Michael Hutchins, I'd be going, I can't handle it. But what was my original point about seeing you in real life?
Well, it's the Here Life Comes moment where it's like that was the moment where everything changed. But because obviously we can laugh and joke about it now, you saying that you felt like you were in a coma, because that's in retrospect, but at the time.
Oh yeah, the pranking is what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. So at the time, I constantly think it's a prank. I thought what was going to happen. I thought what was going to happen genuinely was I was going to go to Bali and you were going to go, haha,
Gotcha.
I'm not there, gotcha. That's the level. And this is why it's
That
crazy
is
that everyone's like,
insane.
Abbie's so up herself. I go, and I've thought this about almost everyone I've dated. Like I assume that people are going to go, haha,
Yeah.
you thought I liked you? Ha, got ya.
It's like that casual callous thing because people can be like that. It's like, oh, you're so casually cruel. So why wouldn't it not manifest in a bigger way where you
Yeah.
can be even more cruel? I see how you work.
Yeah. I just thought that it
It was
all
quite an intimate thing. It was
very
like,
intimate actually to ask someone
it was
overseas
a house
with
with
you.
like
Actually.
me and my best friend
Yeah.
and my best friend's partner.
Yeah.
and like two other people.
But I refused. I think I just didn't reply to you. I think you
Yeah.
asked me and I was
That's
like,
why I
maybe.
was like, what's going
and then
on
I just
here?
wouldn't reply to him. He asked me to hang out
But-
and I would go, yeah, let's see what happens. But I would be so obsessed with him that I couldn't actually, I was scared to hang out with you because I thought either it would be haha prank, live streamed prank, or
Yeah.
orchestrated by the
GoPro.
manosphere.
Live streamed prank.
I don't
Yeah, like a
know.
button
Okay, so
camera.
there's kind of like an
No,
ecosystem
no,
where
no.
it was a coma, but then there was kind of like and then you were really crafting the set of this experience.
Of this takedown from Adam.
You're an artist, babe. We need you to
Babe.
be
Yeah.
making some
A
art.
disaster
mind.
artist.
Let's get what's happening in here out on a page.
Yeah.
Let's get it in some lyrics. Let's get it in some.
it's gotta come
Yeah,
out.
yeah. But I really thought I just really couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't like look at you in any way. It's being muted, hanging out with you. You were the only man that was consistently nice to me in the industry or in my real life. So when we started dating, I was crying to our mutual friends on the beach when we were talking every day, and you were sending me songs that you'd written
Yeah.
about me or for me, where they were silly or they were
Yeah.
actual, heartfelt songs. I was so scared of the letdown that I didn't want to even enter that realm. You know,
Yeah.
I was so scared
Staying at the cliff edge. It's like the cliff edge is probably more dangerous than being like, I'm either jumping or I'm retreating.
Yes.
You're like,
but for
I'm straddling the edge.
yes, yeah, and like this is
That's
crazy.
wild.
Adrenaline's going. Why are you
Everyone's
looking
like-
over the view? And it's like, just do it, babe. Like it's okay. And the only reason why we ended up really getting together, it was a lot of things, but was because I'd been through that abusive relationship, and I was like, I don't care anymore. I was so certain, and this is not at all advocating for abusive relationships, but the one good thing was that I was like, I need completely clear communication. I need to be telling people how I feel and doing things according to how I feel, not according to what I think they want me to do or they want me to feel. So then when Adam and I started hanging out and talking on the phone every day, because he was in LA and I was filming F-Boy Island, I didn't really have that same anxiety of what ifs because we were communicating, and then I kind of knew where it was going because of that, and there was way less fear because
It was awesome.
I had boundaries, and I knew
It
that
was
if
awesome. It was so good.
he was having the best time, and I'm going.
It was so good. It was so good.
But yeah, it was. I really convoluted things, and this is what I try and tell my friends now that are in this dating arena. And I think a lot of people do it. A lot of women do it, especially. They mold themselves to be what they think a potential partner or the guy they're seeing or dating wants them to be. In heterosexual relationships, because
It's
we're
molding
taught-
generally. It's
Yeah.
across the scope
Yeah,
of
it's
how, feminine people are socialized. It's like go into a space and adjust. Go
Yes.
into a space and mine for data about how you can do more, be
Yep.
protected, be safe, be coddled. And so you can't really feel like it's a wholly individualized thing when it's happening. You're like, oh, I too am, not immune to the propaganda of how we're
Yes.
meant to be. It's
To
like,
fit
oh,
the
wait.
mold.
Yes, of being like affable and meek and going, oh, I'll just do whatever you want me to do. Like if you're not speaking about our relationship or what's going on here, even though we're on the phone every night for 3 hours, then that's okay with me, which is not how we played it, But I very easily could have just coasted along and not told you how I felt. But in hindsight, being in this relationship and doing it that way out of trauma, as a result of trauma, being forced to do it that way, and then in hindsight, see all of my other relationships, or even if they're just flings or crushes, even things like that. And I think, God, you would have saved a lot of time and energy and trauma and hurt and lasting scars if you just said to the person, hey, I've got a crush on you. What do you want to do about it? Because either it would be, yeah, I've got a crush on you too, or it would be, yeah, no, I'm not into this. And then you can at least get over it and move on. But instead, we are socialized. I think everyone kind of is in romantic relationships. It is scary. But I think women, especially when it comes to dating, we're socialized to be waiting for someone to do something to us and guide the tone of a relationship. And if a man says, I'm not ready to commit, a lot of women go, okay, well, how much am I able to tolerate without getting that commitment, rather than going, well, I do want commitment. I'm here, you're here. So obviously we should rest and have a little break or cut it off until you are ready, rather than going, oh, okay, I'm gonna figure out if he doesn't want to commit, then I guess we could be exclusive, or I guess we could just say that we're working on being together, which maybe some people do want that pace. But I think a lot of the time it's kind of.
Did you say want to not commit, but be exclusive?
Yeah, Gen Z are doing it. No, it's so twisted.
I think
it's
what's
so
also
twisted.
happening is that
It's
like
crazy. I've
we're
done a whole
used to
podcast about it.
viewing, developmental milestones as an action. Oh, I'm going to have a partner. And then I'm in that stage and we're partnered. And it's like what ends up happening is that you're preparing to arrive at a destination you don't have the skills for. It's a skill issue, this inability to meet at the same pace, because people are either playing way above their skill level in terms of like, I want this level of commitment, but I actually like don't want to be around people, or I want this level of responsibility, but I want to have fun all the time. It's like, yes, that's amazing. Live your life. Make that make sense for you. And if you're making things make sense for you and they're making things make sense for them, then the only role is to recognize that it's strange. If you can arrive at this beautiful stage of your relationship and reflect on how you got there, it's very easy to be like, if I just didn't do that and I was clear and whatever, but that behavior didn't get you to this point.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the chaos and the motion and all of this confusion that got you to this exact point. It didn't work the other way.
Yeah.
So it's like respecting the process and recognizing, it can actually evolve in the exact way it needs to.
Yeah.
And whether one person is leading through being more sure or one person is leading through being more abstract and unsure, either way, the inaction or the forward movement is still part of
it all.
the journey.
Yeah.
So I don't think any part of it is avoidable. I think the confusion is on the journey of clarity. I think the lack of safety in those early stages is the truth. Like, you don't know what someone's going to be like. You don't know if they're going to invite you to Bali to prank you. You don't. You go to Bali and you figure out it wasn't a prank. You don't know if you're hallucinating or if you're in a coma or you're waking up until you do.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. Wow, that was a lot. Let me process that for a minute. No offense, lovers, but life is fast and sometimes it's hard to keep up. Enter Swisse Nutricellular Multivitamin Men, a premium multivitamin designed for men looking to enhance their supplement routine. At the heart of the formula is CogniGrape, clinically shown to enhance short-term memory and help improve cognitive performance in 12 weeks. This formula also contains quercetin to enhance physical stamina before high-intensity exercise and support general health and well-being. Basically, this men's multivitamin is designed for those who want enhanced performance every day. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. If you're like me and can't get enough of Abbie's antics, then fear not. Her podcast, It's a Lot, continues serving up casual conversations about serious topics. As the name suggests, It's a Lot is packed full of laughs, advice, and education made fun. So, for those craving bad dating stories and interviews with wickedly funny humans, you've come to the right place. Find it on Listener or wherever you stream your podcasts. Let's play a game. I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to answer them on your board, flip, tell me how you feel. Next question. Let's keep it simple.
Okay.
Who's the bigger bad influence? And answer it the way that you need to answer it. Don't get attached to, well, what's the definition of bad? Answer it in your head and then put it on the board.
Okay, reflex cards.
Do we do it?
Flip.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
See, I think people would think that you're a bad influence, but your bad influence actually makes me happier.
Yeah.
You're like being naughty. I'm being depressed. You know what I mean? So I think I'm bringing the mood down. You're bringing it up.
Yeah.
You go, have a cocky. And I go, okay.
Yeah. I guess I try to push you out of your comfort zone a lot, which I think is a good thing. I don't think that's necessarily bad. I think that's a great thing. But I think a lot of the time, sometimes that you might approach that with a bit of trepidation. Therefore, from your perception, you'll be like, oh, he's an influence of sorts. So I guess I was kind of thinking of it from your perspective.
Nah, you're really fun.
Oh.
That's good feedback. What's Abbie's love language? And you can use whatever love language. They need to be the 5 from the dude.
From the Christian man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That.
From the pastor.
I love watching you smile as you write those down.
And look, don't cheat.
I'm not looking. Sick. I got mine, I think. I mean, it's one of many. I don't know.
Reveal. building me up with genuine love.
I just said all.
Oh,
Love is the language. Next question. What is Adam's biggest fear? Laughs as he
I mean, this is referential to something that we saw lately.
3,
Flip.
2, 1.
Sharks?
Yeah.
I said losing me. Sick and twisted, Adam. Sick. Sharks? I'm scared
That's
of
why I
sharks.
laugh.
I thought you
That's
were
why I
thinking,
laugh.
oh, my beautiful, my name's Bug. Oh, my
Yeah,
beautiful,
sharks.
oh, magic. The
Get your
worst
head in the
fear.
game.
You've
Well,
told
I
me
mean, I
before.
told you-
I told you it
my
wasn't
worst
that deep.
fear is losing me.
told you it
so
wasn't
you're
that deep.
lying. Right, Adam.
One thing that does actually like rattle me a bit recently that I've been thinking about is if you never actually did see how beautiful you are. Not to sound like corny and but I mean that.
Oh.
Because I feel like you never actually see the real you enough, you know, and I think you owe that to yourself. And I would hope that one day you can actually see that.
Thanks, baby.
And that's a scary thought to me.
That could
you
have
do.
fit
What if
on
you do
there,
go through?
actually.
You know, if
No,
we
I can't.
could
It's too
actually-
small.
we
It's too
can
small.
really
you could have
run that back.
Yeah,
and
you could have gone.
Not sharks. That's what I stand by.
What are you?
Terrifying
It's
things.
symbolic.
What if you put
It's
me?
symbolic.
What if you say Abbie being eaten by sharks?
No, I was just saying sharks in general. I think they're pretty terrifying.
Yeah, right. Let's move on.
Yeah. Scary. They're like terrifying.
Do you think that you would be okay, like mentally, if dinosaurs existed right now? Like if you could walk outside and there could just be a velociraptor, you think you could handle that?
I think about it all the time. I watch a lot of evolution.
I feel like I've spoken about this
YouTube.
with you before. And I would, yeah. I mean, the thing with dinosaurs is like, well, they're here. This is their game. We're just like a little, you know, we're nothing. Like you'd walk out there and be like, oh, if it gets me, it gets me. Let's just run it.
We would really be taking life as seriously as we need to if we knew that there would be some reality where T-Rex was waiting outside.
Yeah.
Not to get us, but we could just get stomped.
Yeah,
it's
get done.
presence. Yeah, we're
Get
so
done.
relevant to it. That's
Yeah.
what's sad. The
So
saddest
keep
thing at
that
all.
energy in the room at all times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
true.
that. I like that for sure.
T-Rex's apathy towards
Yeah,
us
it's
is
like-
our fear.
I actually cannot be stressed about a comment because at one point in time, T-Rex was outside.
Yeah, we
Okay,
were,
on
that
this
actually-
land.
yeah, like we were hiding in a
On
cave
this
going, oh,
land.
I think there's one out
You
there right
cannot
now.
stress me out.
Yeah.
At one time,
Yeah.
giant squid.
Yeah. They're still out there. They're still out there, the giant squid.
Come on.
Yeah, megalodon sharks.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, wake up, people. Wake up,
Ice caps
sheeple.
are melting. Different ancient infections are making their way to the surface.
They're coming
let's
through.
not-
Traveling
They're coming
across the
through.
wind.
They're here. They're knocking on the door.
I'm worried about a comment. No.
Yeah, forget about it.
We got 12 hours to go.
Yeah.
Wake it
Yeah.
up. Okay, what's the word that best sums up this season of your relationship?
Oh, I'm trying to think of, oh God, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word as well. I'm so tired that I can't.
You
But
can
like,
draw a picture. Support, confirmation. Whoa. Whoa.
dive into that for a sec.
Well, we've had a very hard time individually the past since 4 months.
Yeah, it's been
It's been like
psycho.
one thing after the other, and things that people, you know, people would lose their mind about one of the things that have happened, you know, like Adam's had people pass away. I've been getting death threats with my address in them. We've had health issues. Like there have been a lot of really big things happening. And I think that while it has been hard, it's been very testing, I guess, as those big things are in any relationship, whether it's with a family or friend or how people support you or how they shop for you or don't. And I think that Adam and I have gotten through really, really difficult things in
Yeah.
our individual lives. And it's just confirmed that we can probably get through anything.
Yeah.
Because even we have really,
For me, it was confirmed a long time ago.
yeah,
of that.
right.
But no, but as in like, I mean that in the sense that like, it's become more evident that that is the case for sure. Because lately it's like, when I see you, a lot of the negative dissipates every time. And like lately it's been so hard. It's been super hard.
And on top of it all, very busy as well. So it's always awful
Yeah.
things happening that usually people would probably have leave from work for, and neither of us can do that. And
I mean, we could, but we don't.
well, I could, but you have had the song blow up and now you're doing all these things and running around and touring with 2 music acts and going back and forth and flying, and then I'm writing a book, and it's like we could in theory, but in this industry, if you have time off, then you just have to do the work the next week instead. So
Ride the wave.
Ride that wave.
So it's been very, very hard, but we've still been finding fun and joy when we're together.
Yeah.
You know, I still like run outside when Adam gets home from being away for shows. So it's confirmation.
Yeah, I like that.
Support and confirmation is like, that's wisdom, real wisdom. They're not saying that about what's the best time, what are you looking for in a relationship? They're not saying support and confirmation.
true.
Yeah,
That's a good
true. True.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're like, that's a different curriculum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
whole different game.
Yeah. I think it's really good with our brains because they're quite similar. We do support each other really well because we both know what the other person needs because we need that, but we can't give it to ourselves.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So then
it's true.
it's really,
Whoa.
yeah.
It's funny.
It's really,
It's really
funny.
I mean, funny is the only word I can use for that because it is.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. The ADHD of it all will like help each other make sure we don't forget each other's things because we care about each other so much that I remember if he needs something and he remembers if I need something or we're going to be late or preparing for something.
Yeah,
You know?
we're just like two bugs going through life
Yeah.
on the same leaf.
My nickname is Bug. So
This is making a lot of sense. 2 bugs on a leaf.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
we're kinda
sometimes
like-
the wind comes through and you're like,
Yeah.
no more
Yes.
wind.
Yeah.
And
We're
you're like,
two
that's the
bugs
nature
on a
of this
blade of
environment.
grass,
Yeah.
and then we kind of go from one blade of grass to the next, and we kind of
and the jumping's scary.
yeah,
but we're
scary.
holding hands and we jump.
Yeah.
Whee!
I'm a little ladybug and you're a big like
Grasshopper.
Christmas beetle. Yeah, and I'm on your back. Yeah.
It's sweet. And that will help us really get into more wisdom. I think that you both have demonstrated that Acts of Wellness is not new to you. You might not call it that, but you definitely have that at the center of what you're building together. Super cool. Super cool. And you've shared a lot of your own acts of wellness, but I think that there would be more. How do you know how to support each other? Because it's one thing to say, hypothetically, we both need the same things, so we give it to one another. But we have obviously addressed the difficulty in doing that because it's hard to give yourself what you need. What makes it easier to do it for each other? Did you build that over time? Did you learn that? Did you absorb it? Osmosis? Symbiosis?
We've learned who we are together and who we are separately. And I think, you know, through time and through hard times, more importantly, you kind of realize like, oh, in this moment, she needs this. Or in this moment, she doesn't know that she needs this, but now I know that she needs this. And then when I can bring that to the table, then that helps. And it can be little things like, you know, that even the star jumps trick is good.
Oh, the star jumps
like,
are good.
There's been moments where Abbie's, you know, in a bad way about something and then just kind of completely stopping and just flipping the narrative completely and being like, I'll just do some star jumps real quick.
It actually
just, like,
works.
And then she'll start
works.
laughing and giggling, and then I'm laughing and giggling and say, oh, that doesn't seem as big anymore.
Come back to your natural state.
Yeah, it's like circuit
Come back,
breaking.
ladybug.
Circuit breaking,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't even begin to talk about how helpful Abbie is. When I'm needing acts of wellness thrown upon me, she seems to always know exactly what to do.
Well, what sort of things?
Well, I mean, if I'm
Give me
feeling,
examples.
if I'm
So I
feeling,
can do more of it. Tell me what you're liking.
Yeah, you go,
Is this
wait a
example
minute,
what you
wait a
like?
minute. What's
I'm going,
the?
this is good. Okay.
This is the one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's through different acts of wellness, which I can't articulate really. It's you being you. I think that's what love is, right? It's like you're my content, I'm your content, I feel you and you feel me and, you know, yeah, I can't really put a word on that, but you do it damn well. You do it damn well,
So
so
do
I'll
you.
give you that.
But you also, I mean, he makes sure that I drink water and that I eat and that, which sounds very basic. But I think, you know, I'll be having panics and be going, everything's so awful and I get paralyzed a lot with overwhelm.
Yeah.
And then I forget to drink water or forget to eat or I can't, it's even forgetting. It's like I can't even get
Yeah.
out of
It's
I can't
not
even
it's not
pick up.
forgetting. It's not forgetting. It's like you're stuck in a rhythm.
I'm stuck in a
You're in the Bermuda Triangle, babe.
Yeah, for real.
It's not forgetting. It's the place people get lost.
Yes, yeah.
And it's very easy to get lost and be like, whoa, how does the day start?
Yeah.
How do I punctuate my time? When do I stop?
Yeah.
When can I take a break? When am I allowed to?
Yes. Yeah. And then mentally, like you really, if you're having a hard time, you really don't prioritize anything that could make you feel better because it's almost like, I don't know. It just feels like, why do I deserve that? Or you don't think that anything will change your mental space. But then turns out a glass of water and a croissant actually does. It actually does. Eating and drinking water turns
Life
out, everyone.
hacks.
Whoa,
Life hacks.
crazy.
It's crazy.
We're all learning.
Yeah.
We're all learning.
And that's
Yeah, it
our
is.
active wellness.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but your skin is just radiant. What's your secret, babe? If anyone else out there is looking to support their skin, hair, and nail health from the inside, you can't go past Swisse Beauty High Strength Marine Collagen Plus Unflavored Powder. This premium quality blend combines 10 grams of marine collagen per dose to support skin health and help improve skin hydration and elasticity. It also contains biotin to support hair growth, as well as hair, nail, and scalp health when dietary intake isn't enough. Get your hands on this distinctive collagen powder and add it to your beauty routine like yesterday. Always read the label and follow the directions for use. This might seem unethical during therapy, but did I mention I've got a new book out now? That's right, lovers. It's called Ask Yourself This, a self-discovery journal like no other, written by yours truly. Have a conversation with your subconscious mind using the 190 insightful shadow work prompts included within. Answer the hard questions and face the parts of yourself that feel challenging, contradictory, and even painful, because the more you write, the more you reveal. If this sounds like the self-help guide you never knew you needed, then head to the link in the episode show notes and order today. And yes, you will still be billed for this time. So we've covered the groundwork on your acts of wellness, beautiful, beautiful wisdom, but I was hoping that you'd be able to share some gold nuggets of truth for our listeners to see how they can potentially integrate maybe different forms of wellness, acts of wellness that you might not do, but you've observed or you've witnessed or a friend's told you about them. I think we're in a good energy of sharing information, so let's just keep that vibe going.
I feel like for me, it's been not bailing on my friends when I'm feeling a bit low or anxious, because usually I would see self-care as isolating and preserving myself, but actually that just makes me ruminate when I could be out with my friends, having an interaction and getting energy from them and reminding myself why I'm here, you know?
Yeah, don't feel like a burden.
Yeah.
Your friends want to be around you in all states.
And
they just
telling
want
your
you
friends,
there.
telling your friends that you're feeling awful and being honest about it. And on the other end of the spectrum, if you see something that you want to do in 3 months, asking your friends and going, we should go to this gig, rather than going, oh, am I going to be feeling up to it at that time, overthinking these things, going, if I've got it locked in, then I'll go.
Stand by it,
Yeah.
Talk to strangers.
Yeah. Yes.
Talk to strangers. Just talk to strangers. I think it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
If I had $1 for every day that I was feeling down, and by the grace of a stranger, my mood has entirely taken a positive trajectory because of a minute interaction or a deeper one. I reckon I'd have probably $300.
And that's just a start, because the more that you do it, it compounds. The investment compounds, because then you can understand. You get really good at seeing when there's resonance, and it's really cool to feel like that was a vibe and we'll never see each other again. But
it also
love
affirms. I think it affirms. It's life affirming, but more importantly as well, I think it makes you realize that every single one of us, we might be anxious, or we might be tired, or we might be depressed, or we might be whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, we've all got something to give one another, and you can kind of it's not like playing a game with a stranger by any means. It's literally just kind of seeing what it's about. Just like, oh, hey, if you're in the line for a coffee or something, like, oh yeah, what's that about? And then you find most of the time you're like, oh, that's a new perspective that I just got a glimpse into, even for a second. And that is valuable for all of us. We can all get that. And that's easy. And it's free.
And more often than not, people want you to join as well. People want people to be having a big laugh together, a big conversation together. People don't go, why is she talking, when you're sitting right there in the physical middle of it? No one's going to go, what the hell, why did you speak, Shush. You get your hair done? We're turning the chair around. Sorry, naughty corner now. Like, they'll be happy that you are part of it, you know?
And it's quite an exhilarating thing. It's like, it's the best it's one of the best natural highs is like having a riff with a stranger.
Catching
it's like,
a vibe.
oh, dude, I don't even know you and we're pissing ourselves
We're
laughing.
on it.
This is awesome. Like, that's kind of like one of the gems
Like
of
the
life.
Uber driver that played the ukulele for me at the red light.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I had an Uber driver who was just this lovely Italian man who just was like the biggest energy ever. We were having a little yap after I finished the podcast one day, and he was like, "I've got something for you," and he whipped out the ukulele and started playing Elvis, and we had a sing along at the red light. And he was like, it's a little something that I do for people, you know, it's a little something that I do if I like them. I whip out the ukulele, and I thought, well, it's worth it then talking to everyone that you see because you might get a ukulele.
Preach.
It was so funny. He was so funny. He was amazing. He said that he did it for someone once and they cried. So then he changed up the song that he was singing. He thought, I don't want anything to do with it. Bit much for me.
Minor to major.
So I didn't mean to bring out that emotion.
Non-verbal feedback.
Yeah. He goes, it's enough, mate.
They
You're
just
right.
started weeping and said, no more.
Yeah, no, he did. He said, I stopped the song and then I decided to change it to like ABBA or something. Like he was like, I just
ABBA's got
thought,
slaps.
let's bring the energy up.
That's what we call a selector.
Yeah,
that's a proper
He's got his
You're
own.
a selector, you know.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank
It was
you.
a
This has
real
been like
joy.
a therapy session. I love the
Beautiful.
little cardigan, the jumper over your shoulders as well. That's really leaning into the like cool therapist almost, you
It's
know?
magic, actually.
Yeah. Look at it. It's amazing.
magic.
Whoa.
It's actually, they call that magic.
Yeah.
That's what
I
they
think
call that.
that's what the scientific term is. But I really appreciate you being really generous with your experience and finding another way to let us into your world as you do so well.
Oh.
We've
I
got
mean, thank you. It was a
sound
pleasure. That was really fun.
And that brings us to the end of our very last session for season 1. As always, thank you to our lovely audience for listening into Acts of Wellness, a Swisse Wellness podcast. You're not going to want to miss what we've got in store for you in season 2. If you laughed, cried, or texted your ex mid-episode, you're welcome. Until next time, take deep breaths, drink your water, and go and share an act of wellness with your partner, therapist, or emotionally unavailable crush today. Ugh. Acts of Wellness, a Swisse Wellness podcast, would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast is being recorded, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the many lands across Australia on which our listeners tune in from today. We pay our respects to elders past and present, and we extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander mob listening. As we record and share this conversation, we honour the rich histories, diverse cultures, and enduring connection First Nations people have to country. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.